Hello. Today I would like to talk about the importance of raising consciousness nowadays. As you probably have noticed, there's a lot going on this planet right now. It's chaotic, a lot of wonderful things happening, a lot of changes. But it seems that the dormant human being that has lived in a same lifestyle for ages is now realizing that we need to live in a new way if we want to survive in this planet. We have gotten so accustomed to live in certain ways that are really not natural anymore. I mean, they probably work for the human being that we are leaving behind, but they don't work completely for the human being that we need to become right now. For example, this idea of countries, division by countries, and this territoriality behavior that we have. When we are born, as part of our development, there's a stage like very early on, between 1 and 2 years old, when we start walking, that we develop this sense of territoriality. This belongs to me, this is mine, mine, mine. And it's part of our instinct, I would say. Yet it's very, very primary instinct. But we have lived according to it, governed by it, and has created a lot of chaos in this world. While we start growing and becoming more aware that this planet is one, it has no boundaries, and our mindset starts adapting to a new way of living as one in this planet, these concepts that have ruled and that we have taken them for granted for so many centuries, ages, are going to start fading away naturally. But one thing that I would like to point out is that the collective consciousness, and as well the collective unconscious, is a reflection of our level of awareness. If we still are ruled by territory, by boundaries, that is a sign of where the mass consciousness still lies in. And so, in order for us to raise our level of consciousness massively, which is a very slow process, the change needs to start with the individual raising of consciousness. And it's easy for us humans to procrastinate and just sit and like, for instance, most of us, we that are walking on the spiritual path and are becoming a little more aware, we are holding the idea that we are one. We're holding the idea. We are aware of the idea, but we're not conscious, totally conscious of it. Why? Because to be conscious of something means to live in that way. Aware is just the first step to the road, or on the road of consciousness. Consciousness is when we do it automatically without having to think about it, because it's completely ingrained at a cellular level of our being. So it's natural. Like, for instance, right now it's natural for us to live in divided countries, because that's the level of awareness we have developed and that we have lived and grown in. So it's natural. We don't even have to think about it. We just have this sense of belonging to certain areas of the countries and adapt to the behavior that comes along with it and the culture. And when we start raising our consciousness, we start feeling and behaving differently. So one thing is to hold an idea and to know that it is possibly true. And another thing is to live that idea ingrained in every cell, every atom of our existence as the energy being we are. Therefore, our duty, our responsibility is to hold the idea and to work to align with that idea until we are able to manifest that wisdom in every part of our consciousness. This is a journey. We might step ahead of the mass and be a door, a gatekeeper for others to come along because we are helping to raise vibration, and that's the responsibility of many. As long as we take that responsibility of our individual transformation, the individual creation of a new human, of a new way of living in this world, we are doing the best we can to help improve the vibration around us and affecting the collective unconscious. So how do we do that? Well, as you would probably know by now, self-observation is the first key in order to become aware of ourselves. We got self-observation, self-awareness, meditation, that is the basic tool that we can use to really go inside and become aware of what's moving us, what's governing us internally, our thoughts, our ideas, or I would like to say now, the thoughts, the ideas, the feelings that move through us, because we are not what we think, we are not what we feel. They are just signs, they are just energies that move through us with which we identify in order to live based on our beliefs, which are conditioned since we are little. So when we start doing this inner work and be disciplined in this inner work and start to really focus on the importance of raising consciousness, our life changes. Obviously, this is a path of self-knowledge that becomes a path of wisdom. But nobody can do it for us. Nobody can walk for us. It is our responsibility to walk on this journey and do the best we can, not only for the self, but for all, because we are all one. Isn't that right? We hold that idea. So what we can do through the personal energy that we are holding is what we can do to improve the self and humanity. So if you have your thoughts, your experiences, please comment and share for the benefit of others in the comment space that's in this blog. We will talk about some other subjects and other ideas in our next video blog. Thanks for stopping by.